What's up, visionaries?
What's up?
Tanya and Lamont, and we hope everybody's doing well as usual.
As usual.
You know, I always want to say your favorite couple, so let me say that right quick. But anyway, we're going to hop right into it because we're super excited about this new series we got going on right now, and that's the blueprint to grow better relationships and peace.
Yeah, and we're going to kick this thing off with the concept of embracing self-care and solitude this year.
Let's get it. All right, so let's talk about what solitude actually is, because some people might not even understand what solitude is. So solitude is it's not about loneliness or isolation. It's more about conscious choice. So you're understanding and you're making a decision to spend time alone with yourself.
Yeah. And the best relationship that you're gonna build in life is gonna be the relationship that we build with ourselves.
It's so much noise out here. It's so much distraction to where you just can't think sometimes. And if you actually take that moment, give yourself like say 30 days or something to just
90 days.
Yeah, 90 days is great. That would be
90
great.
days would be ideal.
It would. And I know it feels so good to take 90 days to be alone with yourself.
To focus on you without anybody's problem, because sometimes we need that, like I said, that alone time so we can really get to know ourselves. Because so many people never get to know themselves, because some people never be alone.
Yeah. And doing this 90 days, it would be great to even cut down on social media and all kinds of distractions, watching movies, what you listening to on the radio, because believe it or not, your eyes and your ears is the gateway to the mind.
Yeah.
And what you put in your mind is gonna show, it's gonna project. Okay?
And I like the song by what's the
Jonathan McReynolds.
Jonathan McReynolds. The song is Cycles, and it's talking about must be something I ate, some songs, some shows, some hate. But what that means is sometimes we listen to something, we hearing something, and that whatever we listen to, a lot of times it's something we've been listening to. So we're gonna repeat that cycle because we keep putting in our ears, and we keep watching with our eyes. Whatever we put in our mind, is we're gonna keep repeating that cycle. So if our goal is to make this a new year, the first thing we're gonna have to do is break that cycle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Break that cycle.
Yeah. So why is breaking that cycle and why is embracing solitude so crucial, especially during the single season or when you trying to take care of self?
Okay, I guess it's the season because it's the time where we can appreciate the company of the most important person that's gonna be in our life, and that's ourselves.
Yes. Appreciating ourselves, absolutely.
It's a space where we can self-discovery and a chance to uncover every layer of our identity. And sometimes it can be so hard to discover our identity because, like I said, so much stuff we're looking at. Social media, you got everything that's pulling at your attention. And the number one currency right now is attention. And everybody is pulling at your attention, trying to get your attention, trying to take you away from actually discovering yourself.
Yeah.
And the more we get lost up into everybody else things, what we see, the more perception, the more we lose ourselves in the things we see. That's why solitude and singleness is so important.
Also, I don't want you visionaries to think of solitude as actually, or loneliness to be a bad thing.
Or solitude to be loneliness.
Yeah, or don't think of it to be, don't think that being alone equates to loneliness.
Yeah.
Don't think that, loneliness is a void. Solitude is a sanctuary. All right? So it's about being your own best friend, your own confidant, your own cheerleader, okay? Your own confidant. Yeah, your own confidant. So, a lot of us look for other people for validation and stuff. Why not just validate ourselves?
Yeah, because like I said, if you don't begin to validate yourself and begin to just be your own cheerleader, then you're gonna look for externally for cheerleaders. You're gonna look externally for love and affirmation.
Yeah.
And ultimately, the main one person is gonna push us through life and push us out of this, push us farther, is ourselves. Nobody's coming to save you. So if your goal and your plan of 2024 is to free yourself and get this, become the best version, it's gonna be the time we spend alone and the time we embrace the single season.
Absolutely. So make sure to remember, visionaries, that it's not just about finding someone to live with, but it's all about finding the best version of yourself to share the world with, okay? Or to share with the world. Find your best self to share with the world. So let's embrace that solitude.
The Bible describes both singleness and marriage as a gift from God. Corinthians 7:1-40. Marriage is a picture of God's commitment, love, and relationship with us, while singleness is a way to follow Jesus and devote influence, time, and energy in relationships to help others in the way that married people can. So in your single season, the best thing we can do is follow Jesus.
Yeah, follow God. Absolutely.
Follow God.
And it's kind of self-explanatory to do that while you're single, because if you're not a man or a woman after going hard in your single season, then you kind of like falling for anything. You're not standing for nothing.
Yeah.
So you're falling for anything. So you want to make sure that you got guidance.
And you falling out of order what God put in place to find to take that next step, to find that next phase in life. God say, in a way, singleness is a way to follow Jesus and devote influence, time, and energy and relationships to help others in a way that married people can. So God say, follow Him, devote your time and energy to Jesus, to God, following Jesus. So when you're single, God, it's because you're not chasing God, or you might be chasing Jesus, but yet you spend a majority of your time not chasing Jesus. See, most people, they think of following Jesus like, I read my Bible in one time, I do praying at night, but then you got all this gap, which we got 24 hours on a day. We got this big gap of time that we devote to. It's free.
Yeah.
Just like money and time, if you don't find a place to put your money, if you don't find a place to put your time, then you're gonna realize time is gonna go anywhere.
Yeah.
So the best thing we can do to ensure that we changing ourselves is to take control of our time.
Absolutely.
So we can help others. Like I said, time, energy, and relationships. That means, like I said, God say, that means your time, most of your time, to be spent following Jesus and being like Christ. So what Christ did, He was a servant. So your time should be in church. You only feel lonely when you're not
in a community, serving.
Yeah, in the community church. Yeah, because our time, when we feel lonely when we don't have nobody around.
Yeah.
That's when loneliness comes. We don't have nobody around. We got pity, self-talking ourselves. So if you feeling lonely, you're probably not in church. You're probably not fellowship. You're probably not a community of good people who can feed that void of loneliness.
Yeah.
And God.
Yeah.
That's God in a community of people that you're helping, you're serving. Let us know in the comments what you think about this episode. Let us know if something we missed, something we could have touched on more. God bless you, and we'll see you in the next one. And together they build.
Oh yeah, wait. They had vision, and so together they built the life that they love.